talk about what's sort of top of mind for me, sort of at the most strategic level, how we think about the business. This is just unbelievable right now. We're living through the supply chain upheaval that we're experiencing. But supply chain management is something that has never been platformed, right? We have Workdays and ServiceNow and SAP and all these things. In supply chain management, we're pretty much an email, spreadsheet operation. And it just sucks. It is the absolute worst, right? And if you live in an environment where, things are an inch to the left, inch to the right, you can kind of, anecdotally observe, what the hell's going on. And yeah, you'll be wrong and it's costing you money, but it's not going to kill your company. Now it's different. First the pandemic, caused enormous supply chain upheaval. I remember talking to hospital supply chain companies like J&J, and they said, we send surgical kits, to hospitals, and then you have, an explosion of COVID, and they're not doing these procedures anymore. So all that product is going left, right, and center, and it's all in the wrong place. And the problem is, maybe you can get it right, but then the next day it's wrong again, right? Because the circumstances has changed. So you can no longer get by just sort of anecdotally observing what's going on. I call it sort of steering the ship by its wake, right? Because they're basically observing recent history and then they try to extrapolate that as if that's, reality. You just can't do that anymore. The spiking inflation does the same thing, right? People are shifting their buying patterns, right? They stop buying the discretionary stuff and shifting, their spending to what they have to have, and all of a sudden, wrong products, wrong place, wrong time, all that kind of stuff. So to start to data drive and to sort of parse reality and, through data is going to become just standard, right? It's just really hard as an economy and these industries to get there really quickly because it's not just data platforms, like Snowflake that are incredibly capable. It's also the people that can really, master data sciences and really drive these kind of outcomes. So everything you saw this morning, this is our, strenuous effort, to drive technology into the marketplace to enable people, to do that, and not just hardcore data scientists, but also people, with more moderate, development skill set to be effective. But the hospital CEO wasn't interested, kind of weird, but hey, he wasn't interested. But he said, look, we're a hospital, we're into saving lives, we're into, quality of life, we're into,